Hello everybody. So sorry that I'm late today. I'm telling you, I got hijacked by the film crew today. We did our final shots this morning and yeah, and it was so much fun. I'm gonna move my camera back just a little bit. You guys forgive me for my lighting today. I actually have all of my lights packed up, and if you wanted me to be on time this time, I know it's Splat, right? His name is Splat, by the way. If you wanted me to be on time this time, you're gonna have to forego the lighting today. So yes. So I have been in 3 days of production and it was so much fun. I had a total blast. We filmed all day yesterday, half a day the day before, and then part of the day today. And it's been quite exciting. So awesome. Thanks for being here. I'm so glad that you're here. Yeah. Reminds me of your name. I know that I have it in the VIP, but remind me of your name there. So it's good to see all you guys. I am going to show you guys today how to do a few little holiday cheats and make-aheads so that you can actually not be... Kathy. Thank you, Kathy. Oh, it's right at the end of your name there. I guess I should know that because it's right at the end of your name of your thing. So I'm actually not going to cook in my scarf. So let's take this off because I can just see scarf and cranberry sauce do not go very well together. So we're gonna take off the scarf. I didn't think about cooking in that scarf and what complications that might arise from that. So thank you. I know, I love my scarf. Thank you, Lisa. I just actually did a whole, we were in a kitchen store. The scarf is coming off. That's right. We were in a kitchen store and there's lots of color in the kitchen store naturally. And so I wanted to wear something where I didn't like blend in with the background. So I wore black today, which is unusual, but I had to have some color around my face. So I liked my scarf too. Thank you. I think it turned out in the shots pretty good. So I'm going to show you guys some cheats today about make-aheads so that it makes it a lot easier for you on the actual holiday day itself. I'm going to talk about several things that you can actually make right now. Give it to you, Becca. No, Becca, I love my scarf. When I'm done with it, I'll hook you up. How's that? So yes, so I want to talk to you about that. Let me introduce myself before I get too far out into this Periscope. My name is Leslie. I have a website, go2kitchens.com. Over at go2kitchens.com, there's not a thing for sale. You cannot buy, oh, give you the cheats. Okay, not the scarf. Never mind. I'll give you those too. So yes, Go2Kitchens, not a thing for sale over there. The only thing that I want you to buy is I want you to buy into your own health. And that's the only thing you can buy at go2kitchens.com. So without further ado, let's get on to some cooking. I'm back in my kitchen for the second day and I'll be back in it tomorrow. I'm going to show you guys how to make a holiday dressing or stuffing, whichever you use, with some quinoa and some squash and the flavors of the stuffing that you're used to. And I think you're going to be amazed at how great it tastes. So, okay, so let's start talking about what you can do to make ahead. Number one, you want to see the vegetable broth from yesterday? Did you guys watch the vegetable broth scope? So I made some vegetable broth, if you were not there. I made some vegetable broth out of scraps. So things that normally you're going to throw away. We actually stuck them down in a crock pot with some herbs and we made some vegetable stock. So here it is. Look at this. How beautiful it turned out. See all the good stuff at the bottom? Lots. Free food, that's right. Absolutely free food. I have to tell you, it smells and tastes so amazing. Yay! Woohoo! I love it. I love it. I love it. It's trashy stock. Yeah, so look at the color though. I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever made your own stock. It is vegetable stock that I made from scrap vegetables yesterday. So I don't know if you've ever made your own stock before, but it's actually it's kind of hard to achieve a nice rich color like this. So yeah, super easy to make. You got to go watch the replay will be gone. Go catch it on catch.me if you want to see this. And there'll actually be a blog post about it today. So yeah, it's really hard to get a nice color like this. And this is such a beautiful color. Thank you so much for sharing with your followers and tweeting this out. You guys, if you don't mind, there's a little guy right down here in the corner. I don't care if you even have one follower. You maybe know somebody that needs this message. So just hit that little guy. You'll see a screen pop up that will give you options to share out. So thank you so much in advance for doing that. Oh, look at you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, and we're about to hit 400,000 hearts. We're very close to 400,000 hearts, and we're getting very close to 1,000 followers. Yes, yes, yes. So there you go. Yeah, that's the vegetable stock. So this is something that you can make ahead. If you have 2 containers, by the way, just so you know, my crock pot yesterday handed out 2 containers of this vegetable stock. And I have to tell you that I even drank like a cup out of it last night before I went to bed. So, because I had to put it away at like 11 o'clock last night, I'm putting the stock away. I had to sit it outside so it would cool. But yes, it's absolutely amazing. You're going to love it. But this is something that you can make ahead. If you make your own stock or your own broth, so your own bone broth or your own stock like this is something that you can make ahead. Have it in your fridge, ready to use for your dinner. And you're using real whole ingredients. These are free ingredients, basically, because you're going to throw all this stuff away anyway. So this is free stock. So yes, so do that. You can make all that ahead, just stick it in your refrigerator, use it as you need it, make as much as you think you're going to need. I actually, every time I think I'm going to use water for something that is savory, so like in rice or veggies, yeah, I never make enough chicken stock. I know. It goes away quick, doesn't it? It feels like it's just gone. Where'd it go? Where'd all my chicken stock go? Or veggie stock. So, but anytime I use water, last night for the crew, I actually had made some rice and I had used the veggie stock, and I made it in the dish that we filmed last night. We made chicken asparagus pasta last night, and I used it when I was sauteing the vegetables. I actually used the stock and I let them steam in that stock. And I was like, the veggies are so good. I'm like, I know, because they're pumped up with my stock. It's so great. So this is something that is super flavorful that you can make ahead and save yourself the stress and the money. I'm all about saving the money too. So save your stress and the money right there. Veggie stock, you got it. Bingo. So, and you may or may have not ever watched this particular Periscope of mine. Some of you are new to me, so you may not have seen it. But a few weeks back, I actually had a Periscope where I made some pumpkin puree. Pumpkin goes a long way in a lot of dishes. It can be used in all kinds of dishes for the holidays. It can be used in your dressing. It can be used as filling. It can be used in your smoothie in the morning to get you going. It can be used in your pumpkin pies, of course. It can be used in your soups. You can be used a lot of places. People have the impression that making your own pumpkin puree is difficult. Watch my scope. It is easy peasy. It is so easy. Actually, this recipe that I have right here that I made this and the Periscope is on my website. You'll see to tip you off, there'll be 2 containers of this. I've already used one of them. But there'll be 2 containers of this laying in some autumn leaves, and that will tip you off that is what that Periscope is about. You can go buy your pumpkins right now and do it this weekend and get your pumpkin puree ready and just stick it in the fridge. That way it is totally done. You don't have to buy it in a can. You're controlling your ingredients. You know that you're getting something, and it's kind of a source of pride too. When I pull this baby out and start to make a pie and people are around, it's like, really? You did that from your own pumpkins? You didn't buy the can? It's so shocking. So I'm like, no, I didn't buy it from the can. It's so easy to make your own. So you can make your own pumpkin puree ahead of time. When the pumpkin is in season, I actually buy several and make several jars of this so that I have it year round, because I know that I bought it when it was fresh and it stays in the freezer. This was actually frozen. Yes, year round, exactly. You keep that in your freezer. Let me see if I can say your name. Chasty. Did I do right? Is that right? Did I do that right? Chasty? Chasty. Dang, I'm so bad with pronouncing people's names. Sorry if I totally messed it up. You know me. But yes, I keep it year round as well. Chasty, Chasty. Okay, I think I said it right the second time, right? Second time is right. Did I do that right? So yeah, I keep it year round. We use it in smoothies. I use it in soups. I use it in all kinds. Okay, awesome. I'll never say it wrong again. Chasty, Chasty. So yes, so I keep it year round. It's an amazing, pumpkin is so good for you. So don't just use it at the holidays. Buy it now, buy it now and store it. So, all right. Oh, it keeps freezing. Dang, I hate that. Sorry, Kathy. I can't, I'm trying to control my Wi-Fi around here by turning all our devices off and it's not helping. Is anybody else freezing? You having trouble? Let me know. You may have to just watch the replay, unfortunately. I hate that. Hate it, hate it, hate it. So yes, so this is something you can make ahead of time. Super fast, super easy. You can also do sweet potatoes this way, which I will actually do today. Okay, no problems. Awesome. Here and there, yeah. Okay, all right. So the other thing that you can do is you can use sweet potatoes as ears. And oh my God, nobody screenshotted that? Are you kidding me? You guys totally missed an opportunity right there. I'll do it again. I'm gonna give you one chance. Here you go. You can use your sweet potatoes as ears. And no, you can't. You can't use them as ears because you can't hear as well. But you can use your sweet potatoes. You can use your sweet potatoes the same way that you do your pumpkins. So this is awesome tip because sweet potatoes take a long time to cook. They take a long time. Tater horns, that's right. They actually make really cute horns. I mean, I kind of thought I rocked those horns, right? I rocked my horns. I got some sassy horns. These are my fancy pants horns. There you go. But these are, you can absolutely do these the same way. So make these ahead of time, peel your sweet potatoes, boil them, mash them, let them cool. Do not add your spices and your butter and whatever else you're putting in your sweet potatoes. And don't tell me about what you're putting in your sweet potatoes if it's bad stuff. But it's the holidays, a little bad stuff. You know, it's just the holidays. It's like twice a year, hopefully, that you're eating like this. So sometimes the bad stuff, you just let it roll, but try to do good, but bad is not always terrible. So, but you can do these the same way. These take a long time. They take up a lot of stovetop space when you're trying to boil sweet potatoes and get them ready to mash and all that kind of jazz. So do them ahead of time and put them in your mason jar. And we're so close to the holidays right now. You can actually, you could actually either freeze them or not. I mean, freeze them is fine, but you could actually freeze them or not as close as we are to the holiday. Thank you. Oh my God, look at the profile picture. You are a nut. That's hilarious. I love it. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, that's funny. Everybody look at Crunchy's, no, I can't, I'm sorry, I can't see that far. Yeah, Crunchin' 2 there. Look at his profile picture. So funny. You're hilarious. You always crack me up. Your comments are the best. They're so funny. I think I know your name and I can't remember it, but, so yes, so do these ahead of time and put those aside. I know, so funny. So put these aside, put them in your refrigerator. You can store them in anything. I say store them in glass so you don't have the plastic leaching problem. Yes, store those and then they're done. And all you have to do is put them in your casserole dish. Actually, put them in a bowl, mix in your spices, whatever you're going to put in there. Put in your butter, whatever, and then stick them in your casserole. Okay, stick them in your casserole, put them in the oven and bake them if you do. Maybe you just eat them mashed and that's totally fine. But this is a great tip. You can actually do it with white potatoes as well. The problem is they're very starchy. So are these, but they're very starchy and they're going to tend to separate a little bit. Hi, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here. They're going to tend to separate a little bit. So if you're going to do that, you do have to store it with the fat. And I would use a whole dairy fat at that point. So milk, unfortunately, or... well, depending on what kind of dairy fat you use. I actually like Greek yogurt in my mashed potatoes. It gives them, if you do Greek yogurt, butter, and chives, it's amazing. I'm just saying, it's just amazing. You can't deny it. It's an amazing treat. But you could do a whole fat Greek yogurt and you could actually do your mashed potatoes ahead of time as well. Just don't add your butter, don't add your chives or any of your spices until you're ready to reheat them. But I mean, potatoes, it's another thing that takes forever. The other thing that I do, and I don't have any here, and I apologize for not being totally prepared because I was hijacked by a film crew today. The other thing that I like to do is that green beans are very popular at the holidays. They are with my family anyway. I actually stopped making green bean casserole a long time ago, and nobody misses it. You can make it without it being terrible for you, but I actually do some green beans with a little bit of sauteed mushroom and a little bit of garlic, and it's so good. So nobody misses it. And you can do the little onion crisp on top, but I would just make my own. An oven, you can crisp an onion in the oven very quickly. So yeah, you can put them on top, and it kind of kind of makes a faux green bean casserole. It's actually really good. But I actually go ahead and clean my green beans. There's cream cheese, there's now Greek yogurt, and rather, yes, you could absolutely do that. That's a great idea. I use Greek yogurt instead of sour cream all the time. So, and you can make your own yogurt. Maybe some of you make your own yogurt. Totally do that. So it's a great replacement. It's an awesome replacement, and it's actually good for you. So, but yeah, I go ahead and clean my green beans, and I put them, because I buy them fresh. Of course I do. I don't buy frozen. I don't buy in a can. I buy them fresh, and I go ahead and I clean them now, and I put them in a freezer bag and stick them in the freezer. And then that way, when we're ready for the holiday, boom, we're ready to go. And I'm not standing at the cutting board cleaning or snapping green beans. So just another tip that you can do ahead of time. Not even going to talk about the bread and the stuffing a whole lot, but I will say that if you use bread in your stuffing, you can go ahead and prep that too. In fact, when I make dressing or stuffing, I actually do like to prep my bread ahead of time, and I like to freeze it with all the spices in it. The bread actually infuses really nicely if you make it ahead of time, and so all my breadcrumbs, and then when I'm ready to cook them, they're a little bit cold going into the oven, and they don't get as soggy, so you don't get that soggy mess, because they actually have to defrost a little bit. So there's a little bit of a process there before they actually start heating up. So just keeping that in mind, that's one of my favorite tips if you do that type of dressing. But I'm going to show you a dressing replacement tomorrow that you don't even have to use bread, and I swear you're going to make it and love it. So I'm going to actually turn on my stove, because we are going to do a little bit of cooking today. A little bit of cooking. I have my stove on a low right now because I don't want these things to scorch that we're about to use. And I am going to show you a cranberry sauce, a homemade cranberry sauce that has no sugar in it except for a little maple syrup, which is actually sugar. Your body still reacts to it as sugar, but it's very little compared to the average recipe of cranberry sauce. So, and it's still really, really delicious. And if it's not quite, if it's still too tart for you, you could add a little bit more. We actually like it a little tart in this family. We're a little tarty. Don't repeat that. Don't tell anybody I said that. I mean, never mind that it's on a live broadcast, but don't tell anybody I said that. So I'm going to show you guys how to make this. So we're going to use a maple brown syrup. You could actually use a yacon syrup or a molasses if you were so inclined, but we're going to use maple today because that's what I had in my kitchen, quite frankly. And the lid is on. Oh my gosh. Hold on. My lid is it's like stuck on because it's, okay, I'm going to just have to break the top of the bottle, I'm afraid. I guess I should have done this ahead of time. You guys hang out. I'll be right back. Oh my gosh, how funny is this? Hold on. Everybody hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I know, right? So funny. You can hear me walking, right? I'm walking back. Robin had to open the syrup for me. I couldn't get the lid off the syrup. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is my favorite little Tupperware piece. Can you see that? No, you can't see it. This was my grandma's. She's your afternoon entertainment. I'm your late afternoon entertainment. This was my grandma's little cup. It's from Tupperware, and I know it's plastic. You guys don't have to remind me. I don't use a lot of plastic stuff, but yes, this was my grandma's, and I love this little thing. I used to play with it when I was a kid, and she was having a garage sale, and it was in there, and I was like, oh, you can't get rid of that. That's mine. So she actually made me buy it from her. No, I'm kidding. She gave it to me. So we're going to use 3/4 of a cup of maple syrup. Maybe. Or in this case, Oh, ding dong, Avon calling. Tupperware's here. So funny. So we're going to use that. Sorry. Two businesses in one house makes a little bit of noise now and again. So there you go. Yeah, so we're going to put some maple syrup in there. We are going to use 1/3 of a cup of water, just regular old, plain old water, clear water. Yeah, running two businesses in a house is just, it is what it is. We're going to use a really fat tablespoon of cinnamon. This is important. You want a nice fat tablespoon, so meaning a lot, meaning it has more, it's like heaping. There, that's better. It's better than fat. Maybe fat's not politically correct to cinnamon. But you want to use a heaping tablespoon of cinnamon. And then we're going to grate some nutmeg. We talked about nutmeg earlier this week, and we're going to grate some nutmeg in here. I would say microplane, by the way. My film crew was making fun of me this weekend because I use a microplane. Like every time I cooked, I used a microplane. So I know. I'm going to have the National Cinnamon League after me. You called us fat. You can't do that. I'm going to be pretty generous with the nutmeg. I really like it. So you can do it to taste, but I'm just going to keep grating and hopefully not chop off my fingernails while I'm looking at the camera. Woo, I almost dropped the whole nutmeg down in there. That'd be yummy. Oh, same. Gotta use my grater again. Just remember, never bought. Okay, so you can buy nutmeg. It's gonna be where the spices are. I'm gonna give this a stir. Tardy nut, right? You can just buy it. It's usually going to be in the spices and the spice area. But I bet, Gary, I bet you have an amazing spice shop somewhere in Tucson. We should try to find it. I love spice shops. We should absolutely try to find it. This smells like heaven. This smells like holiday heaven right here. If you want holiday heaven, then just hang out. I wish you could smell it. So as it starts to heat up, you actually want to keep stirring it. So yeah, it's going to be next to the cinnamon, but sometimes they hide it. But it comes in a little jar, and there'll just be little nutmegs in there. Super simple. I know you love spices. I know that you do. You should have come here for Thanksgiving, and I would have taken you to all my spice haunts that I have. So just a little bit of ginger. This is just a fresh ginger bulb. You guys see me use it a lot. I'm a big believer in ginger. I'm a ginger believer. Ginger, I believe in you. I'm going to just use my fingers. I was cooking on camera, and I started to use my fingers the other day for a recipe, and I almost licked. I almost used my fingers, and then I almost licked them. And apparently, you can't do that. So, well, I have to break that habit somehow. I know. We can't wait to see you either. We're so excited. And trust me, after this week, I need a break. Quite frankly, I need a break. It's been quite a week this week. Small amount of ginger. Yeah, so just a small amount of ginger. You can just do it to taste. You know that you really like ginger, add some more. You can also, you don't have to use fresh. You can just use, I'm just going to squeeze this lemon here. You don't have to use fresh. You can actually use powder as well. So it's going to be a little bit more stout. So you want to probably go a little bit less maybe with that. So this is just half a lemon. So I'm going to squeeze the juice down in there. This is half a small lemon actually. And then I'm gonna put some lemon zest in here. Lemon zest is just gonna brighten up the cranberries. It's actually because of the sour, and cranberries are a little naturally sour anyway. It's gonna make them feel like they're sweeter without using a ton of sugar. Okay. So now that we have this going, I'm going to turn it up, and it's going to come to a short, small, rolling boil is what I'm looking for. So you do not want it to boil for very long. You just want a nice, quick, right when it starts to boil. And then we're going to add, this is just 1 bag of cranberries. So yes, just 1 bag of cranberries. By the way, this is not my recipe. Let's just be crystal clear about this. Let's give credit where credit is due. This is Detoxinista's recipe. I've made it, I think that this is my second time to make it. I'm not sure. Maybe my third time to make it. Detoxinista.com is an amazing website. I love her website. She only makes stuff that is good for the body and mind. And so you actually get a version of cranberry sauce that is so delicious and so flavorful and has really that holiday punch to it that you're looking for. Love it, love it. Not to a boil yet. We're getting close. See all the steam rising off the pan? When it starts to steam like this, I know that I'm getting close to a boil. So just be aware. This is very easy to scorch because of the sugar and the maple syrup. So you just want to be super careful with that. No scorching allowed. Can't scorch on Go2Kitchens. I should have said this was late lunch with Leslie today. I'm so sorry I was late. The time got away from us. We were having fun in a kitchen store. My producer actually bought me a new microplane today. It was my prize. So excited. Thank you, Melanie, if you're watching. Thank you for my microplane. What wasn't, I don't know what that means. Wasn't scotch a cart? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Scorch. Oh, I was like, I don't know what that means. Congrats. Congrats on my film crew, or congrats that I'm done. There's probably more congratulations there, so needed. Well, I thought we were about to get a boil. Here we go. All right. It's starting to stick to the bottom just slightly. I do not really want that to happen without putting my cranberries in. So I'm going to add my cranberries right now. These have been washed. I have my little colander. See my little ceramic colander? Oh, and my microplane. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited about it. I can't show it to you because I have to keep stirring. Now, the reason that this is so great to make ahead is that when this cools, I'm actually going to stick it in this jar. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. By the way, you'll know that your cranberry sauce is done when your cranberries start to pop and your juice gets a little bit thick. So there's actually going to be a little bit of popping open of these cranberries. So good. Smells so good. Fabulously good. If you have somebody who's sensitive, hey Natalie, if you have somebody who's sensitive to having chunky cranberry sauce, you can actually let this cool and freeze it and put it in your blender and have a nice kind of cranberry puree on the side. So I do have lots of those jars. I love my mason jars. Hey Superstar Back, it's good to see you here. I love my mason jars. I like storing stuff in mason jars because they're glass and they're easy to clean and they're cheap. They're stinking cheap. Oh, you don't like cranberry sauce? Is that what you mean by Just wondering what you mean by or do you mean that's good? Oh my goodness. I was actually afraid that I was going to be a little off today and be too tired to do this scope, but you guys revive me. You kind of bring me alive again and make me feel like, yes, I want to be here with my people. You would eat mine? Okay. Yeah, you could put some gelatin in it. I just choose not to. I know that gelatin is actually not too bad for the body. It's actually good for your joints. But yes, you could freeze it, add some, and reheat it with some gelatin, and then freeze it again or refrigerate it again. Yep, make some like cranberry jelly like you get at the grocery store, but in the can. But yes, you can actually puree this and make like a nice little, kind of like a jam almost. Oh, thank you. Yep, cooking time, that's right. Oh, cooking time, how long does it cook? Man, I say that you just cook it until, this is a 15-20 minute recipe, but I say that you cook it until, I missed that last comment, I'm sorry. But I say you cook it until the cranberries start to pop open. Once they start to pop open, you will actually get a thickening. Oh, good. That's awesome, I love it. I love that you kill time with me. That means you care about yourself. Because, hardly do, oh, look at my funky hair back here. Hardly do I ever do a scope that doesn't have something to do with health. Every once in a while I do, but very rarely. So just going to keep on stirring. Oh, they just started to pop. Did you hear it? They just kind of pop open. Cool. You make your own dressing? Yeah. Do you make your own bread and everything for your dressing? Cranberry pops. Cranberries are such a holiday delight. Oh, yeah. They're starting to break their skins a little bit. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. Don't sing. Don't sing. Don't sing. Not allowed to sing. I'm actually going to rip up my heat just a tiny bit. It's the first time I've ever made it in this pot, so I'm feeling like it's a little bit unpredictable, like I want to be careful with it. If you do not stir constantly, oh man, I just missed a ton of comments. So sorry. They were long too, so you don't have to type them back in. I'll see them on replay, but sorry I can't answer the questions. If there's a question, retype it. But yeah, if you don't stir it, if you're not just standing here stirring it, you're going to get scorching and it's kind of smelly. So just stand here and just do it. It's not a big deal. You can periscope while you do it. Well, that's only going to make your hunger worse. It's going to satisfy it temporarily, and then it's going to make you even hungrier. So skip it. Go get something to eat. Candy corn. Man, I miss candy corn. It's probably one of the candies that I really miss. I loved candy corn, but I won't eat them because they're high fructose corn syrup, but I do love me some candy corn. They are the devil. They're just solid high fructose corn syrups. Little nuggets of that. Yeah. So, okay. So now we're starting to get thick and we're starting to get a break apart of the cranberries. That's exactly what I want. I want them to be super mushed up here. So it's going perfectly normal. Gotta go buy food. Go buy some food. Hurry. You don't want to buy food because you don't want to move it. I'm so excited, you guys. When you see El Vampire, that's actually my brother-in-law, and we are spending Thanksgiving in Tucson with him next week, and I'm super pumped up, excited about it, because one, we always have a killer, fabulous time in Tucson, and I love Tucson, and two, he is in the process of looking at houses, and so we get to go look at some houses with him the Monday after Thanksgiving. Excited! I love looking at houses. I think I was a realtor in my former life, or a lawyer. I could have been a fashion designer. I'm not sure. I could have been a cook. Okay, so we have a nice boil here. And can you guys see in there how it's getting kind of thick? We're getting kind of a thick gel in there. Oh, you know what? My husband loves that. Robin loves that jelly that you get out of that can. I think it's disgusting. He could have been anything. I could have been a contender. Is that a good impression? Yeah, no, it's he loves it, and I have to fight him on buying it. So I try, because I hate that stuff. I thought I always hated cranberries because of that stuff. And then when I realized that cranberries really didn't taste like that, then I was like, cranberries are pretty good. I like cranberries. They're so good for you. I just want you to know that it is not a myth that cranberries, you love that jelly too. I love it. Robin, you and Evan come for Thanksgiving and you can have it. I know, right? It makes a huge difference. It makes a huge, huge difference. Huge difference. I agree. So you and Evan come for a holiday, and you and Robin can eat the cranberry out of the can, and Evan and I will eat the cranberry goodness that's in this pot. How's that? Deal? Deal. Okay, that's it. I'm done. All right, can you guys see how thick it's gotten since I started? Well, you just give it to him and you make your own. You can just make your own. Make your own, and then Lisa, make your own, and then have him try this and see if he likes it. It's a tradition. Yeah, it is a tradition for a lot of people. So as this cools off, it will even get thicker. You'll make your own. Okay, good. Good girl. As this cools off, it will even get thicker. But look at that color. Is that not gorgeous? That is going to make your holiday table look like you are a bleeding rock star, because it's beautiful and it tastes so yummy. I gotta taste it. I can't. It's so hot and I don't want to like burn my tongue. So I'm putting my finger in it. Heck yeah. Oh my gosh, you are never going to miss the sugar. You're never going to miss the fruit juice. Right, the ribs. Do you try to cut along the ribs? If you try to cut along the ribs, every time I serve it in a can, I'm like, I got to get those ribs out of there. And I try to cut along the ribs. And then my cranberry slices are like paper thin, which means that you can't even get any of the flavor. Okay, so see, even as it's cooling off off of the burner, it's even getting thicker. It is so good, you guys. I mean, literally, I'm going to have a hard time not eating that before Thanksgiving. I'm going to want it like on every meat that I have between now and Thanksgiving. Not anymore? Dang, I'm sorry, Jen. Okay, you guys, so there are your quick holiday tips. Super simple. A lot of make-aheads that I just gave you right here. I gave you some make-ahead ideas so that you do not have to be stressed. You take this, let it cool. Just let it sit on the stove. It's going to be perfectly fine. Let it cool off completely. Then you are going to put it in your jar. It's going to fill it up to like right here, which is plenty of cranberry sauce, unless you have like a giant crowd of people. But today we were talking about, my producer Melanie said that she has a serving of China for 16. And I said, 16? You serve 16 people? Because in my book, that's catering. You just hire a caterer at that point. Anything beyond 12 gets a caterer. So even though I love to cook, oh my gosh, that's a lot of people. And a caterer that will clean as well. But yeah, so that's going to fill it to right about here. You can stick this in the refrigerator and let it be until Thanksgiving. It's going to be perfectly fine. You do want to serve it chilled. It's actually a tradition. I did turn it off. It's actually a tradition to serve it chilled. And the reason you do that is because, 30 at a time, that's a lot of people. So I can cook on Wednesday and actually visit with people on Thursday. Yes. We're trying to de-stress the holidays because everybody, I'm going to turn this just a little bit because I'm leaning in like a crazy person. But everybody gets so stressed out at the holidays. And part of it comes from you're trying to be like this killer cook. You're trying to have an amazing dinner. You're trying to set an amazing table. You're trying to set an amazing example because a lot of you are passing traditions on to your kids. You want to make sure that you set a good example. You're trying to be social. And then all that happens and then you have to clean. So big family of 14, that is a lot of people. But you probably have people to help you. I mean, you're not just making a dinner party, just you doing it. I hope not, because that's a lot of people. Hopefully everybody's contributing and bringing something to eat. So yes, so this helps de-stress the situation a little bit. So, and the other thing that really helps yourself, oh my goodness, bless your heart. Oh, you used to do it. Okay, well, you're a rock star. Thanksgiving holiday rock star right there. Look at her. There she is. Everybody say, rock star, rock star. I'm assuming that you're a female. Sorry if you're not. But the other thing that you're doing is that I have my camera pretty far away from me and I cannot see the names. And I know a couple of your profile pictures so I can see you, but I can't see the names very good. I apologize. And there's kind of a weird glare and whatever. And I'm tired and anyway. But the other thing that you're doing is you're feeding people real food. What I just made for you right here is real food. So you are, yeah, I actually love entertaining too. I was a caterer for a long time. So I am actually, so tomorrow, if you'll come back tomorrow at actually noon tomorrow, it will be noon, I swear. So noon tomorrow at noon Mountain Time, I'm going to be doing a Thanksgiving stuffing replacement. So it is the flavor profiles of Thanksgiving stuffing or dressing, depending on what you do. Okay, everybody type in, what do you have? Do you have dressing or dumplings? do you have dressing or stuffing? Do you have dressing or stuffing? Everybody type in which one that you eat. And if you don't know the difference, say, I don't know. Everybody type it in right now. So tomorrow I'm going to give you a food replacement for that. Stuffing. Okay, stuffing, both. Okay, yep. Awesome. That picture's just cracking me up. I'm like, that kind of looks like me. Oh, it is me with sweet potatoes coming out of my head. Hilarious. You're being here, so you don't get either. I'm sorry. Stuffing. Oh, you guys are big stuffing people. Yeah, I'm actually a dressing person. I do not stuff my bird. Stuffing with homemade cornbread. Awesome. Good for you. Yep. Awesome. Well, they are the same. It just depends on how you prepare them. So you prepare stuffing in a bird and dressing out of the bird. So homemade noodles on top of the mashed potatoes. Ooh, what kind of noodles? What kind of noodles are those? So they have crunchy bits. That's awesome. My aunt puts Chex Mix in her sweet potatoes. Yeah, it is different. It's cool. I like it. Yeah. So my tradition here is mashed potato. When I make mashed potatoes, I actually mashed potatoes with Greek yogurt and garlic and chives. That's my favorite, absolute favorite mashed potato. So, and a little butter as well. It's a dumpling noodle. Cool. I like that. Interesting. Interesting thoughts. I love to learn other culinary ideas from people. I like to learn your recipes and talk about food. Obviously, I'm a food blogger. I like to talk about food. So I was saying something and then I got off on the stuffing and dressing. But what I was saying is that when you feed your family whole real foods for this meal and you're eating whole real foods for this meal, you actually feel better throughout the day. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people got nervous about that. So cool. I love it. I love it. A lot of people got nervous about stuffing the bird, but yeah, I mean, I've had both. So to use a ricer, yeah, that's very popular actually in French cuisine to use ricers for mashed potatoes. So, or potatoes in general. I don't know if they call them mashed. They may not be called mashed. You don't cook it in the bird? Okay. Stuffing balls. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, maybe we even have a difference of opinion on what stuffing is versus what's dressing. So I should do a whole periscope about stuffing and dressing. So when it's not in the bird, I call it dressing. When it's in the bird, I call it stuffing. So you can absolutely cook your bird for a while and then stuff the bird. Absolutely. It's actually, I have a friend that's what she does. And it works out just fine. It works out beautifully fine. So she stuffs it. I think she stuffs it like 2 hours into cooking. So stuffing muffins. Yeah, I know. It is such a big tradition. And you guys are probably like, I don't care about a replacement because I'm just going to eat the stuffing. But tomorrow I am going to show you a replacement. And you don't have to make it at Thanksgiving. You can make it anytime. But it does have the flavor profiles for stuffing. So if you guys are a little bit stricter and you're not eating any types of bread or gluten products or anything like this, what I'm going to show you tomorrow is completely gluten. Man, me and gluten do not get along. I mean, the word. I can eat gluten fine, but me and the word gluten do not get along. Let's just make that. I'm throwing that down right now. We just don't get along. I know. There's some amazing recipes. I'm like, really? If you eat that, you're going to go into a diabetic coma. You can't eat that. Just pray. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. If you're living a moderate lifestyle, and I say this a lot, but if you're thinking about food in moderation, and I'm not talking about the amount of food that you're eating, I'm talking about the type of food that you're eating. So if you're eating like I do, I eat about 98% clean, and the other 2% is my cheat. Like tonight, I'm tired and I'll get totally lazy, and we actually have a pizza place that's local here that I adore, and they actually use all fresh ingredients. They make all their dough right on property, and it is actually gluten-free, but they make all their dough right on property. All their cheeses are nice, clean cheeses. All their veggies are organic. They make their own tomato sauce. Everything is handmade, and I love this pizza place. And so tonight, I'm feeling lazy. We'll probably go out and have a slice of pizza. So, but I eat 98% clean. So that 2% of time, I can afford to go out and not have something that's piled high with veggies, because I eat a lot of veggies during the day. But so those are my cheats. Every once in a while, you might find me at a Five Guys burger and fries. But I make educated choices. I choose Five Guys over, it is so good. I choose Five Guys burger and fries. I know everybody's going, shock. She eats a Five Guys? Did you like that? That's my shocked face. I should have done that on camera this week. Dang. Anyway, but every once in a while, once in a blue moon, you'll find me at Five Guys. And the reason is because I really like hamburgers. And that was one of my nemesis that I needed to give up in the fast food, like normal fast food chains. But Five Guys, they don't have any refrigerators. They don't have any refrigerators. They don't have any freezers in there. So all their potatoes are fresh. They're fried in a quality oil. All of their ingredients are fresh. Their meat patties are actually fresh. Now, it's not the kind of beef that I would normally choose. And it's probably not the kind of bun that I would buy to have at home. But you know what? It's every once in a while that 2% tastes really good and my brain is really healthy. Five Guys is fresh. So is In-N-Out Burger. Don't be surprised. I mean, I can throw down a couple of places. We don't have In-N-Out Burger here in Colorado, but In-N-Out Burger, yeah. They have great burgers. Now, I'm not giving you a license to drive through or to go into Five Guys all the time. Let's just be crystal clear about this. I eat Five Guys maybe twice a year. So let's be super crystal clear about this. I'm not going to Five Guys every week or something like that. I eat it a couple of times a year, but it is a guilty pleasure for me and I enjoy it. When I was in Hawaii, I had a shave ice, which is nothing but sugar and ice. I actually tried to choose ones that didn't have food coloring, but so I'm consciously always thinking about it, but you know, and at Thanksgiving, I'm going to eat dressing or stuffing or whatever is available, or at Christmas or whatever. I'm going to have a piece of my favorite chocolate cake that my mom makes. I love that stinking chocolate cake. I'm going to have some. Every once in a while, I make a dessert for people, but I try to make good choices and I try to control my ingredients as much as possible. So if you're living a moderate lifestyle, then that 2%, that 5%, even if it's 15%, for you, that's a huge switch. You're doing better than most people on the planet. Yeah, I love homemade burgers as well, but sometimes I just feel lazy and I'm like, let's just stop. Or it's gotten too late, or I've worked too long, or whatever it is, and I'm like, let's just stop. I just need to eat. So, and it's cheap, relatively speaking. But if you're living... I know, Whataburger, Five Guys, In-N-Out, that's right. So Whataburger, not a great choice, but we are from Texas. We do not have Whataburgers here. And actually, that's Robin who wants Whataburger. I could care less. I could care less about Whataburger, but Robin likes it. So, but yeah, I mean, so every once in a blue moon, when we're somewhere special, we want an In-N-Out Burger because we don't get it all the time. Or we want a Five Guys because we don't get it all the time. Or a Whataburger, if you're from Texas and you know what Whataburger is, or the South, or Arizona, and you know what it is, so... No, it's not on the same level, not by a long shot, not by any degree whatsoever, not anywhere close. Whataburger is just a fast food joint like all other normal mainstream drive-through fast food joints. And I don't eat it very often, and if I can talk him out of it and tell him he can get it at Christmas, I will try to talk him out of it in Tucson, but I probably won't be successful. Yeah, we do... No, we don't have Shake Shacks. I think they have them in Denver, but we don't have any in Fort Collins. So, and I mean, quite frankly, I'm not going around saying, what can I eat out? I don't do that very often. So we don't eat out very often at all. And when we do, it's usually local, fresh places. I took my production crew yesterday to lunch and my film crew, and we went to lunch yesterday, and we went to a restaurant called Fiona's, which is all fresh food. And it was so funny. It's sandwiches mostly, but there's some other things. But they were eating up like it was crazy. I mean, this crazy town in there. They're like, this is the best food I've ever had. They're just eating this sandwich like they never had a sandwich in their lives before. But see, I go in there and I get the veggie sandwich, which is hummus and pumpernickel. And it's just stacked high with these fresh veg in it. And it's so good. It's so amazingly good. So yes. So don't stress, because the stress that you're putting on yourself for not eating certain things, especially around the holidays that you want to eat, and you're just sitting around depriving yourself, you're going to ruin your holiday. So just, eat in moderation. Eat it the one day. Don't eat it for like 4 days. Eat it the one day and enjoy yourself. And don't think about it. Don't even think about it. Just eat it and just move on. That's just eat it and move on. Don't give it a second thought and go back, reset and go back on your, I don't like to call them diet, but go back to your lifestyle the next day. So don't stress about it. It's so, just eat it and move on. That's right. Because there's a lot of traditions and a lot of it stems around food. But Having said all that, I want you to be super mindful about who you're having dinner with. I want you to look across the table. I want you to take stock of all those people that you're sitting at the table with and think about what a cherished, precious moment that is. So, oh, good. I would actually wait on the butter. You can go ahead and put the brown sugar in it if you want. But yeah, I mean, if you're talking about storing it ahead of time, I would wait on the butter. If you're talking about just cooking it now, I wouldn't. And a better choice would be like even a coconut sugar, other than the brown sugar. But again, it's for the holidays. It's not going to kill you to have sweet potatoes and brown sugar and even marshmallow. Let's just be practical. I mean, it's just practical. I actually asked my mom to make the sweet potatoes with half without the marshmallow because I actually don't like the marshmallow. It makes it too sweet and I like to taste the sweet potatoes. So, but yeah, a coconut sugar or even a maple syrup is really good. If you want to, if you want to use something alternative, if not, just use your brown sugar. Yeah. And you might just add a little and taste it and then add a little and taste it. And so that way you don't put in too much. And then, cause if you put in too much, you can't take it out, but you could always add more. So maybe you use a little less than you might normally use. So yeah. Real maple syrup. Yeah. Try to find some real maple syrup. That would be great. So the one that I use today is not the best quality. It is organic, but I don't use a lot of it. So I just bought a cheap one. And it's fine for the cranberry sauce. Let's have another look at the cranberry sauce. Look at that. Look how once it's starting to cool, look how thick and yummy it is. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. So good. So good.
Smells good.
I know, Robin, smells good. It's awesome. He's probably like, can we have cranberry sauce now? Just like I am. Can I have it right now? I want it right now. I want to go make some turkey and have some cranberry. Okay, you guys, I am outie. I'm going to go and get some lunch. It is 1:30 and I still haven't eaten. All right. Plop, plop, right? Do the plop of it. That's awesome. Okay, I'm totally doing that. I'm totally stealing your idea. You're getting ripped off right now. So thanks for the picture. It's hilarious. I hope you tweet it out because it cracks me up. That's so funny. All right. So here's your quick inspirational moment for the day. I made a post this morning. By the way, if you're watching this to learn about Thanksgiving hacks, basically learning make-aheads, that portion of this is over. We're done talking about it. And right now you can stop. If you don't want to listen to this part of it, I am going to throw down my inspirational point of the day. And so it's just going to take me a few minutes to do that. But thank you so much for watching. If you're going to cut off here, thank you guys for being here. Know that I love you and I only want you to be happy and healthy. That's what Go2Kitchens is all about. So I'm just going to read it to you. Actually, I made a post this morning like I do most mornings. I got to go to Facebook and I got to blah, blah, blah. So hold on. Everybody hang out with me if you want to. Nobody's forcing you to stay. So I made a post this morning and look, the picture I put on there, look at the picture. Can you see that? It's Edison giving me a big old kiss. Hilarious. So funny. So funny. And so my post is, it's not what you know. It's not who you know. It's how much do you know your own self. Say hello to yourself this morning. Say hello to you this morning is actually what it says. Say hello to you this morning and give them a big hug and kiss from me. So basically, I've been faced this week with really defining. I mean, I had to be on camera for 3 days in a row and I was forced to define what my mission is. And I've always been, I thought I was pretty clear about what my mission was. And so, but I was forced to be on camera and actually define what my mission was, what my goal was with Go2Kitchens. And so, of course, I want people to be healthier. Of course, I want millions of people to understand that being healthy is so stinking easy. Easy peasy. And I can teach you how to do that. Sorry, hold on just a second. Notifications, eBay. My husband loves eBay. He's buying stuff on eBay all the time. Anyway, okay, that's a whole different story. We'll scope about that later. I'm just kidding. He bought something really cool. So anyway, but I was really forced to start to define myself. You know, Leslie, to tell us, look at the camera and tell us what Go2Kitchens is all about. And I want you to do it in like 15 seconds. Really? You want me to do that? Okay. I'm really good right here. I'm good with you guys because you guys are my buds. You're my friends. We hang out every day. I mean, this is like hanging out with friends for me. And I got on camera and I was like, deer in the headlights, crazy looking, you know, like I'm not sure what you want me to say. As long as I was cooking and doing and being, you know, in the kitchen and we were rolling while I was cooking, or even while I was shopping in the kitchen store today, I was totally fine. But as soon as they wanted to do, they call them still takes, which is just me standing there with a blurred background, so like a bokeh background behind me with my mason jars. That's right. Me and my mason jars. But we were doing these still, they're called still shots. And so they want me to look straight to camera, make eye contact with the camera, and say what Go2Kitchens was about. And so I was this whole week, I have been forced to not only go out of my comfort zones, but to also identify who I was. And so I realized that there were parts of me in this process that I didn't truly understand, and that and I had some perceptions about what I thought my mission was, and then maybe what I was putting out to other people what my mission was. And so I was forced to do that. And so I thought, what a beautiful thing to do. What a beautiful path that I was forced down this week. And so I kind of want to push you guys in the same direction, you know, because it's not even what I knew. It didn't have anything to do with all the knowledge and everything that I throw down at you guys with this. It didn't have anything to do with that at all. It had and it wasn't who I knew. It wasn't the fact that no, I don't speak Portuguese, but it wasn't even the fact that I knew somebody that got me the spot that I was doing for this, you know, this whole promo that I'm doing. Because they approached me. I did not approach them. I was approached. So it wasn't even because I knew somebody that all this was happening. And then I realized it was just because of me. It was just, not crying today, but it was just me that they were reacting to. And so I needed to find out what my definition was and really truly state my goals to the camera. And and it was shocking. I was a little shocked. I was a little shocked by what I found when I did the investigation. So I want to push you guys to that same level. I know you don't have to do it because you have cameras in front of you, and I know you don't have to do it because it's work or anything like that. But I want to push you towards defining and finding out who you are, not what you know. You're not defined by what you know. You're not defined by who you know. You're defined by what you think that you are. And so I want you to start thinking about that and being conscious about that, because you can start interacting with people at a different level. It brings out a confidence in you. It brought out a confidence in me that I didn't even realize that I had this week. And so it was very, very powerful. So I just want you guys to take that. I want you to take that idea and I want you to run with it. And I want you to think about those things. And I want you to think about that what you know does not define you. Who you know does not define you. You define you. So what's your definition? Find it out. Write it down on a piece of paper. This is what I'm all about. You know, maybe I'm all about my family. I love my family. I want to do everything perfectly perfect for my family, which includes food, hopefully. I want to feed them healthy, and I hope it does anyway. And I want them to live a healthy life. Maybe I define myself as, being a killer entrepreneur. I'm an awesome entrepreneur. And I'm going to go with that and I'm going to run with that. And that's who I am. That's what I do. Or maybe it is, I'm the best mom on the planet. And that's what I do. Or the best dad on the planet. And that's what I do. Maybe it's I'm the best cook or the best baker. I mean, you can see where I'm going with this. Maybe it's you're the best Facebooker. I don't know. Whatever it is, find out what it is that makes you happy and what it is that defines you, because that is going to give you a confidence boost beyond anything that you can imagine. It did it for me this week, and I thought it was the most interesting, most thoughtful challenge. Nobody said, search inside and see what's happening in there. I search inside every single day. I can't come to you guys until I've searched inside, because I don't want to bring you stuff unless I believe in it. I mean, I'm not going to be, you will never, I'm making this statement right here live that is saved on catch forever. You will never see me promote a product or a thing or be something that I'm not. If they want me to go on Oh, crap. Sorry. Oh, I'll just say it. If they want me to go on TV and cook Southern recipes, I'm not doing it. If they want me to go on TV and be something that I'm not, that I don't believe in, it's not happening. So I don't care if it's $1 billion contract. It's not happening. I will always be real and authentic with you guys. And I believe in things like microplanes. This is my microplane I got today. I believe in this tool. And if microplane approached me and said, "Hey, Leslie, we love you. Will you do some stuff with us?" I would say absolutely, because they're amazing. If a mainstream food company came to me and said, "Oh, we want to sponsor you," I'd say, "No, it's not in my wheelhouse. This is not what I want to promote. That's not what I want to bring to my viewers." And they say, "Oh, we want to give you $1 million to do that." Not doing it. So I promise you, I will always be real and authentic with you here. You will not get any information that I do not believe in myself. And that's one of those things that I was forced to define this week, and it was kind of scary, and it was very powerful for me. So there you go. It is a microplane. Yeah. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Integrity to the core. I absolutely am that girl. I am integrity to the core. You will never get anything else from me. So if we're friends for life. You can't get rid of me. So that's just how it goes. I mean, seriously, it's just how I am. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I love you guys back for liking that about me. I really do. So yeah. And there's actually a lot of us here on Periscope. Thank you, Kat. I love you too. But there's a lot of us here on Periscope that are like that are just so authentic to the core, because you know what? You can't hide behind Periscope. I can't come on here and talk to you about food and being healthy and having a healthy lifestyle if you look at me and think that I don't look healthy. I mean, that's just not, that doesn't work. Now, if I was just a food blogger, that's right, real people, for sure, for sure. If I was just a food blogger, I could actually hide behind that. But I come on here with you guys every single day, and you can see if my skin is broken out, and you can see if I'm starting to get a pot belly, and you can see if my butt was getting big, and you can see if my teeth weren't white, and my eyes weren't bright, and my nails were cruddy, and my hair was cruddy. You could see that if I didn't look healthy. And so nobody can hide behind Periscope, and everybody's looking for an authentic experience because we're sick of being bamboozled. And so you can't be bamboozled on Periscope because it's the real deal, Holyfield. And there are people like the Duchess of Doo-Doo, Dr. Christine Kazmar, Lenny Motivates, Maria Claps, who else? Evan from Summers Wellness, Nourishing Transformations, Free Range Chick. All of these people that are on here, bamboozled, that's right. We get bamboozled sometimes. Marketing bamboozles us. But all of those people that I just named on here are extremely, extremely authentic. And they want you to have an authentic health experience. They do not want to bamboozle you. They want you to when you make a dedication to your health and you dedicate yourself to that plan, they want you to have that experience. And I have never seen it so powerful in all my life than the people that I have met here. Get Healthy Dawn. I mean, I could go on and on. I mean, there are so many amazing people on here that can help you change your health path. It's not just me. This isn't the Leslie Show. This isn't a dog and pony. I don't get on here because I think I'm great on camera or anything stupid like that. I get on here because I want to share with you guys the knowledge that I have gained over the last 3 years, and I want to put you through the learning curve faster than I took it. So that's the only reason I get on here, because I want you guys to I think that world peace stems from individual health. So I know you may think I'm a crazy person, but I think that our planet will be more peaceful when people start taking care of themselves, because you're less aggravated. You want to see? Yeah, I know. Okay, Trish, Free Range Home, that's her name, Free Range Home Chick, who has the chicken coop. We want to see more from you because we love you and you're beautiful. Thank you, Gary, for saying that. She's an amazing woman, and she's really busy. She's super, super busy because she has all these chicks and it's getting ready for winter. I mean, I talk to her every week and there's a lot going on, but she is amazing, and I will tell her you said so, unless you're watching the replay, Trish, and then you just saw it for yourself right there. Her name is Trish. She's adorable, and I love her. You can look at her website, Gary, and find her on Facebook, freerangehome.com, freerangehome.com, and you can find her website and you can find her Facebook. So yes, Lisa, you're back again. All right, so you guys, seriously, it's almost 2 o'clock and I still haven't eaten. Maybe I'll just wait now. I'll have a snack and I'll eat later. So I'm going to scat off of here. Tomorrow we're making a dressing or stuffing replacement. Yeah, you're welcome so much. We are making a dressing or stuffing replacement tomorrow. It is not a replacement in a creepy way like some freaky deaky stuff. This is like amazing. You guys are going to want to try it. Maybe you don't make it Thanksgiving, but you try it between the holidays and then you go, oh my God, this is so good and she's so right, and you make it for Christmas. Just saying. So I'm going to make that with you guys here tomorrow. I will have some of the ingredients prepared, but we'll walk through that. I'm going to go actually bottle up my cranberry sauce because it's probably ready to do that by now because I've been on here forever. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Noon Mountain Time, lunch with Leslie. Again, my name is Leslie, go2kitchens.com. Think about going over and becoming a VIP. You get lots of free stuff. Yes, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you being here so very much. You guys are the world to me, and I love it, love it, love it. You're like my new family. I mean, I have my own family. I have my own life, but you guys are like my new family. Mason jar, I know. Maybe I should change my website, masonjar.com. It's probably taken. I have a feeling it's taken. Okay, so you guys have a great afternoon. Know that I love you, and I only want you to be happy and healthy, and I will see you tomorrow. Lunch with Leslie, noon Mountain Time.